The act of complaining to God is precious to God. That's what King David teaches us. I'm reading Psalm 13, and it looks like a lot of David's Psalms where he brings his troubles, his frustrations to God and lays them at the feet of his God, and then breaks into rejoicing. It's something that we as parents, if we think about it, we have that same relationship with our children. We want our children to bring their struggles, their pains, their frustrations, their sorrows to us. We don't want them whining, but we do want them to trust us, to bring us their problems and lay them in our laps, and then we either help them fix them or we solve them, and then they can go on with joy with their day. And we have that same we can have that same relationship with God in prayer. But it needs to follow the formula. In other words, you can't just complain. You have to complain, then release, and trust, and praise, and have gratitude. And that formula can reset every single day. You can bring the same complaint to God every single day. And in the process of doing that, if you follow the formula, complain, release, trust, and praise. Complain, release, trust, and praise. Over time, God will work on the situation, on the problem, on your soul, on the part of that problem that is you. And over time, it will lighten. The financial tie-in for this is pretty simple. God says in Scripture, man's heart plans the way, the Lord directs the steps. Our responsibility at work or with investing is we have to pick up our feet. We have to plan we have to pick a destination and pick up our foot, but then we have to let God put it down every day. In other words, we have to have God with us, walking with us. And every day, trust God with the next step, whether that's at work, building your career, whether that's with investments, there's in every aspect of your life, have a plan, bring that plan to prayer. Our part then in the execution of that plan is to pick up our foot and then ask God to put it down where it should go every single day. It follows the same formula. And if we involve God in our lives in that intimate a way, our life will be full of joy, and as King David experienced regularly. I hope this helps somebody. God bless.